Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's August 26, 2020, and today I want to share with you one of the tools that I find very handy for doing many of the projects that I have around here on the property. A related tool made by the same company I featured in a video in August of 2018, and I'll try to remember to put a link to it in the upper right hand corner. That tool is the Brush Grubber. This tool here works really well for getting a hold of anything from probably 1/2 inch to maybe 3 inch in diameter trees. These teeth, it's spring loaded, these teeth sink right into the trunk of the tree and easily grasp a hold of it in amongst a patch of either next to another tree or in a big blueberry bush. Now we have many of our native blueberry bushes that are throughout the food forest, and sometimes a seed from an ash tree, an oak tree, a walnut tree, whatever it is, the birds drop a seed down into the area and a new tree shoots up that's indistinguishable from the big 5-foot blueberry bush initially, but then eventually the tree shows itself, and then we want to go in and remove that tree without disturbing all of the roots of the other trees. This tool works fantastic. Now I use Bumblebee, the mini excavator. I got teeth on this so I can hook a chain. I put a coupler on this end of it and I hook a chain onto it. I've used Maximus Prime, my front end loader. I've seen people use utility vehicles like our Pepe way back there in the background. You could use a subcompact tractor, whatever. You could hook onto these things with your pickup truck. So this works extremely well. I don't use it all the time, and it's really restricted to small trees and all. You know, up to, I'd say, 3.5 inch in diameter. Now they make bigger ones for even larger trees, and they make one, they show pictures of it using it with stumps. I can't recommend those because I haven't used those. This one I've been using for a few years. It works extremely well. Whenever I get it in a tight spot where I've got to get a single unit out of an area where there's good roots that I don't want to disrupt very much from other bushes or trees, I use this. If it's a small tree that's in an area that I'm not worried about disrupting the roots and all, I use Bumblebee, the excavator, and I can just dig out and move that tree out. So this has been great. I had my eyes on this chain here for quite some time. This is the Brush Grubber chain. It's composed of 3 separate chains, one large loop and one small loop. And it's made so that you can slip the small loop through the larger loop and wrap it around whatever it is that you're trying to pull out. And one of the things that's so good about this chain is the individual links have small V-shaped, I wonder if this is going to show up, small V-shaped welded attachments. So these dig into brush and all. And there's lots of YouTube videos out there where this is being used for its intended purpose. So you may have a bush that's sticking up that has 3 or 6 different stems coming up from the base. You put this around, make sure that those welded on little V-shaped metal barbs can sink into and grasp each one of those bushes. And I've seen people using their pickup truck, a utility vehicle, and all that. Well, whenever I look at a tool, I try to get as many functions out of the tool as possible. And I wanted an easy way of pulling T-posts without having big issues with it. And I wanted a way to be able to move tree trunks on the property as well. So today I shot a little bit of footage of me removing some of our 6-foot T-posts, and you can see how far these were sunk in the ground. And if you're familiar with T-posts and all, this I use all the time, spring and fall, to pull out all my T-posts. And if you watch the videos, I drive these puppies down, and this is hard, rock hard gravel bed we have here, gravel surface. So we drive these down in to support our other fencing, whether it's Premier 1 fencing or not. I have these, and I just pulled these out of the raspberry bed that I'm actually taking out this season, so I wanted to pull all of these T-posts out, and I just got done doing that with this. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that we're building access roads along a beaver dam structure so we can get around different spots on the property. And so I've been bringing in lots of woody material. So the last couple of days I've been up here because we got a 1/4 inch of rain down and back where I'm building the beaver dams, and I wanted that to dry out first, so I came up here to take down a couple of the trees that needed to be taken out, and I dig out the root balls because the root balls are necessary for integration into the road structure to help maintain the integrity of the roads. And I use the trunks to help support and build the roads as well. So all of those materials, I'm using this and either the excavator or my tractor to go ahead and drag the logs, drag the stumps down there. And I have some video clips of that as well that I'll attach. But this darn thing, now I'm not sponsored by them. They didn't give me this. I bought these off of Amazon. There'll be Amazon affiliate links. That's the only way I can make anything off of it, which means you don't pay anything extra, but it helps our channel out if you end up purchasing these. I think that with some things that are going to be in the ground pretty hard, unless you have 4-wheel drive on your truck, you may have a hard time pulling some of the things that I'm talking about out. Certainly I did set up a bar, one of my steel bars, or you could use like a 4x4 pressure treated board to do it, and you can actually hook onto this and use it as a cantilever to pull up posts and that sort of thing. So as long as you're creative in the way that you go about things, you could use this without having a subcompact tractor or an excavator or Pepe, a 4-wheeler and all. Something like this could really work. Now this, I don't know what sort of warranty they have, and I'm certainly not going to make any claims. Now these are typically very round. Now I've been pulling big stumps and dragging those around as well, and big trunks of trees. So I can't even, in some of the trunks that I drag and pull around, I can't even get these to hook together. I just put them on each side of the excavator teeth on the bucket to pull some of the things out. So I'm using it not for its intended purposes, but it's super strong, heavy duty. I've dragged this all over the property with big trunks on it and all. And yes, have I made these no longer spherical and rather ovoid? Yes, I have. But I really think this is an amazing tool. I'd love to try some of their other components, but I have too many other things that I've got to spend money on around here. And this I can use for so many functions. It really works out well. So I can recommend both of these tools. I think they're both really good. And that's why I wanted to share it with you today. So there'll be a little bit of footage of me pulling, probably dragging some trunks, moving some stumps, and pulling some T-posts. I pulled chain link fencing posts that are in the ground that are concreted in. I pulled 3x5 pressure treated landscaping timbers that were sunk in the ground for probably close to 30 years. I yanked those out as well. This thing works really well. So if you have any comments or questions, please link them below. If you found this video of value, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And by all means, folks, stay safe and take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye now. Take that off so nobody thinks that that's assisting in any way. This one's been in here for a few years. I used to wiggle them and all, and kind of loosen them up some. Well, I don't do that anymore.
you.